Hello everyone. So today we are going to start a new chapter, that is nouns. So what is noun? Noun is a naming word that is used to name living beings, places, things, ideas and feelings. In short, we can say noun is a naming word. For example, Jamshedpur, it's the name of a place. India, name of a country. Box, pencil, these are the name of things. Anger, happiness, these are the name of a feeling. Times of India. Telegram, these are the name of a newspaper. John, Ria are the name of a person. Here in this chart, we can see that different things are written over here, like person, like baby, boy, girl. When we talk about a place, that is home, park, school, these are the name of a things and we call it as a noun. Like animal, cat is a noun, dog is a noun, thing, car, chair. Our idea, our feeling, that is when we name that is also known as nouns. Now noun has got different kinds also. There are mainly 5 kinds of nouns. We'll study one by one. First things comes your proper noun. What is proper noun? Proper noun is a name of a particular person, place, organization or a thing. When we particularly talk about a person, place or organization, that is known as proper noun and it begins with a capital letter. For example, Sachin Tendulkar. It's the name of a particular person. Mumbai, India, Times of India. These are the example of proper noun. In this chart, we can see the proper noun like Jupiter, Taj Mahal, Easter. These are the naming words. Next is your common nouns. What is common nouns? A common noun is a word that does not refer to a particular person, place or thing. It gives a common name to a person, place, animal or thing of same kind or class. Let's take an example. Mother, police, baby, tiger. These are the common nouns. Father, mother. In this image you can see the common noun like cat, man, furniture, boy, house. These are the example of common nouns. Next comes your material noun. What is material noun? Noun that name materials or substance that we see and touch or are ingredients for making things are called material noun. Example, gold, silk, plastic. For example, furniture. Furniture, how it is made up of? It is made up of wood. So for furniture, the material noun is wood. Let's take an example. This chair. This is a chair. It's a common noun, but it is made up of wood. So wood is a material noun. Cardboard, bricks. Like this house. House is made up of bricks and cement. So brick and cement is a material which is used to make this house. Book or notebooks. It is a common noun, but it is made up of paper. So material which is used over here, that is paper, so it is a material noun. Next comes your abstract noun. Abstract noun is a name of an idea or concept, quality, feeling, some state or thing which cannot be touched or seen. It is intangible, it is tangible. For example, sweetness, honesty, anger, bravery. These are feelings which cannot be touched or it cannot be seen. We can only feel these things. See this example like friendship. Friendship we cannot touch or see. We can only feel. A childhood memories, bravery, anger, favorite. So these are the feelings and it got a name. That is why it is known as abstract noun. Now see how abstract nouns are formed. Abstract nouns can be formed by adding suffixes such as ry, ness, ship, ity, meant, tion, and so on. When these suffixes get added to the root word, then the new word what is formed, that is known as abstract noun. For example, brave. Brave is a root word and we have added ry as a suffix, so the new word which becomes, that is bravery. So bravery is an abstract noun which cannot be touched or seen. Like friend, once we add ship as a suffix, it becomes friendship. For common nouns, enemy is a common noun, but once we add ity as a suffix, it becomes enmity, and this is your abstract noun. For adjectives, able, here we have added suffix ity, it becomes ability. For verbs, grow, we add th as a suffix and it becomes growth. Invent, once we add tion over here, it becomes invention and we call it as an abstract noun. Next is our collective noun. What is collective noun? Nouns that name a group or a class of similar things or person taken together or spoken of as one whole is called a collective noun. Means here we give a name to a particular group or a similar things. For example, a suite of rooms, a litter of puppies, a crew of sailors, a herd of cattle or deer, a bouquet or bunch of flowers. So collectively, the collection or a group of flowers is known as bouquet or bunch. Collection of rooms is known as suite, and so on. Here in this image you can see the few examples of collective noun, like group of singers is known as choir, group of tourists is known as flock, group of dancers, troupe, and so on. Next comes your countable noun. What is countable noun? Countable nouns are for things that we can count using number, that can be counted, and they have singular and a plural form. You should remember this thing. The singular form can use a determiner a or an. For here I have written in example books, so don't get confused that I have added s over here so it become uncountable. No. Like if I say that I want 3 books from library, so 3 books can be counted. See in this chart, singular, when we talk about one dog it is singular, but when we say there were 2 dogs in a street, so it is plural but still it is countable. 1 horse, 2 horses, 1 man, 2 men, 1 idea, 2 ideas. These things we can count, that is why this comes under countable noun. Some other examples, she has 3 dogs. With dogs, s is added as a suffix, but still we can count it because the number is given, that is 3. I own a house. How many friends do you have? In friend, s is added, but still it is countable. Why? Because we can count how many friends do we have. Next comes your uncountable noun. Uncountable noun is opposite of countable noun, a noun which cannot be counted with numbers. They may be name of abstract ideas or qualities, or for physical objects that are too small or too amorphous to be counted, like liquid, powder, gas. An uncountable noun are used with singular verb only. They do not have any plural form. Example, tea, sugar, water, air, rice, knowledge, beauty, and so on. These things we cannot count with numbers. Here are some examples of countable and uncountable noun. You can see in this chart it is very clearly given, like in countable noun you can see milk, we cannot count milk. Honey we cannot count, rice we cannot count. But in countable, eggs are given, set of eggs, but still we can count it, no matter s is added over here. Apples we can count. Meat we cannot count. Grapes we can count. Thank you.